Guys, what is up? Back at you once again. It is ya boy, Chin, that freaking Mark. And you know what? I got a lot of video games. I couldn't help but notice it. And you know, I don't have the most video games. I don't have the least video games. But I have enough video games to come to you here today and just show you some. So let's just take a look at a collection, right? So I figured no place better to get a video game collection started than where it all got started, that being my Nintendo 64.
So right off the bat, we have a collection that I'm kind of mad at myself for, in the sense that I've pawned my games off and then I've ended up rebuying them and I've pawned them, but I'm over that bullshit. I'm not going to do it anymore, I swear. But what's important here is that I still got my essentials. I got my Zeldas, got my Graps games, and then of course, I got my skateboarding games. And I think that's what's really important here at the end of the day, right? But what's also really important is that if you dig yourself them skateboard games, we got playthroughs on the channel. Go check it out after this video.
Next up, a system that I just totally love because it's complete display for just violence and sex-filled video games. Like, who doesn't love that? I'm talking about the original Xbox, of course.
Look at this selection. Like I was saying before, Xbox definitely has their fair share of, you know what, I'm gonna murder you, ho, type games. And it's just never been more fun, hasn't? I definitely have my fair share of original Xbox games. I think it's my second biggest collection. But check out these gems when it comes to murdering people. Hit and Run, Road Rage, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Alright, not as violent, but still fun regardless. But can we take a second to admire this GTA collection I got? It's just like, yo, open me up, GTA 3, how you doing? Switch it up, Vice City, I'm in here too. San Andreas, back there, we didn't forget about you. All that good hooker beating violence in one place.
Back on the Nintendo side of things here, next up we are going to be looking at the Gamecube. Definitely one of my favorite consoles, and it doesn't have anything to do with how goddamn convenient and cubely it is. And yeah, it has a handle on the back of it. It's convenient, okay? Nintendo Gamecube.
So a game system that I just always really wanted when I was a child, and look at me now, I'm 27 and I have a fair collection of, it's the Nintendo Gamecube, like I had previously mentioned. It's a solid system, even if it has tiny little discs. Some of my favorite games, especially, Zelda. It's a Nintendo Gamecube. Obviously, you're gonna rock some Zelda. Def Jam Vendetta, probably one of my favorite wrestling style games that the console has to offer. But here's the deal, bud. If you want to get your ass handed to you on a platter that was especially made for you to get your ass handed to you on, come to Foco, play a Dog Chintanius, and some Tony Hawk's Underground, and it's just gonna go down. That's all it is. Also, I left out my Sims game.
Yeah, pretty important. So next up, we're going to jump out of sequence a little bit, and I'm just going to tell you about my Xbox One collection. Why not?
So one of my collections that I feel is admittedly a little more tame, again, the Xbox One. Here's the deal, bud, I still got some choice nugs on it, and I feel one of the reasons that I don't have a huge physical collection is because of all these digital games that I can just go and get anymore. It's so goddamn convenient, isn't it? But if I was gonna buy one of these digital games and turn it into a physical game, it would be this game right here, Cuphead. Holy shit, even though I suck at it and I die a bunch, it's amazing and I just love the style of it. Other choice nugs on the console that I truly appreciate, obviously GTA 5. We got Red Dead Redemption 2. I think 2K19 is probably the most choice game in the series so far, and don't let the fact that I didn't game capture Ukulele deter that it's actually an awesome game. Fuck what people online say.
Next up in the collection here, we're going to be talking about a console that, honestly, I really wish I would have gotten a long time ago. It is my newest addition to the collection, and I'm just enjoying the hell out of it, basically. It's the Nintendo Wii, wouldn't you know?
So I apologize in advance because I feel like I almost half-assed these shots of my Wii collection. But it's because I was just so damn excited to show off all my on-rail shooters. That is truly what I love the Wii for, is it's just really good for a bunch of on-rail shooters. Here's my collection of them. I love them so much so that I'd purchased 2 more in the time of editing this video. And again, it's just really good for them. The Wii Zapper isn't always ideal for games, but you know what? Honestly, it kind of makes them a little bit more fun sometimes. I don't always prefer to use it though. There's plenty of evidence of that on the channel. And you know what? Segue into that. Speaking of the channel, House of the Dead playthrough on there. I think it's like 9 parts or some shit. Go and check it out. Just do it.
So next up we have my favorite system currently, I would have to say, the Xbox 360. And I mean, yeah, it's the Xbox 360. It's back there. But honestly, I just felt like it had so many gems on it. So just check out my collection. Just check it out. Wouldn't you check it out? Here it is. All right.
So I know some little bitch somewhere is probably gonna tear me down and just be like, oh bro, you hate PlayStation. Why do you hate PlayStation so much, bro? Bro, I don't hate PlayStation. I stated that earlier on. In fact, I'm really looking forward to the time that I get around to building up a PlayStation collection. But until I do that, I just really enjoy my 360 collection more than most other ones, I guess you could say. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of playability in those games and they still really hold up. It's not like they're really that old, people. I'm talking about it like it's years old here. But just look at these gems, especially. Like I said before, it's got a lot of really dope games on it, but this handful of games I appreciate a little bit more than most. Lollipop Chainsaw, the first time I played that game, I just beat it. I couldn't put it down. It was just like a straight up playthrough, and it was amazing. I know not everyone appreciates wrestling games, but if you do, this is probably one of the best ones out there, especially some of the cutscenes that's included. And there is plenty of evidence for my long love for Left 4 Dead 2. I legitimately just can't have enough. And if you love yourself some Portal, we also got playthroughs.
Last up in the collection, for now at least, until I start investing in any PlayStation related products, we are going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch. Who the hell doesn't love themselves a Nintendo Switch? I mean, honestly.
So, plain and simple, the Nintendo Switch is just the bee's knees. It's one of those systems that has a shit ton of games, and not all of them are awesome, but the ones that are, really are. I mean, look at this selection of games we got here. Legitimately, Super Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, whatever the hell it's called, is such a dope game that we've just made a regular show of it here on the channel, because you can just play it over and over again. One of those games that you can play over and over again, Splatoon 2. I cannot stop picking this game up. It is so fun. Bendy and the Ink Machine is creepy as fuck, but you just go around and explore shit, and I love it, and I can't get enough of it, honestly. And spoiler alert, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is seriously awesome. Who would have saw it coming? I know, right?
And, you know, I figured since I got all of these video games sitting out on a table here, I might as well kind of break them down into a couple of my favorite different collections. So, here's a couple of my favorite different collections.
So, if you ask Chin who makes his favorite style of video game, it's pretty easy. It's Rockstar Games, because they just make quality video games. And you could just say, yeah, all they do is make violent video games, and yeah, they do make those ones the best, but we're also talking about a company that can make motherfucking table tennis into a legitimately dope game. We already talked about GTA 5 being awesome, but you know what else is dope? All those other GTA games, and Manhunt, and Bully, and they just got so many awesome games in their lineup. And another collection within my collection that is just straight fire would have to be my Tony Hawk games. Only good ones, though. None of those shitty motion capture ones up in here. And I know I already expressed my love for Tony Hawk's Underground, but check all these other games in the series that are just dope as all hell. And yeah, let's address the blemish that is the redheaded stepchild that is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5. It sucks and it could be a lot better, okay? We all know this already. But shit, if there's one thing we do plenty of on this channel, it's watch ourselves some graps. And with watching graps comes playing plenty of games all about the graps. And here's the thing, I got a lot of different wrestling games because they make a lot of different kind of wrestling games, usually every different year. Out of all of the ones that are really good, some of my favorites are two really shitty ones, the Backyard Wrestling series, and I don't know, what does that say about me?
And my friends, thank you for tuning in, but I gotta tell you, this tour here that we've been going through, it is coming to a close because I'm all out of video games for the time being. I'll try to maybe do this at the end of the year next year, and we'll see how we've progressed. But until anything like that happens, it has been your biggity boy, Chin That Freakin Mark, here showing off some video games. I'll see you some other time. Sounds like a plan, alright?
I start my day with a bass souffle, but around the world, but I turn like great champagne sensates. My gaze of race, boop boop doop, keep it sick like glue, boo dudes, got scoops and I survey. Chicken pot pie and the slaves with gay, get a bit your way, I ride that J. Play some clue with your fake toupee, so what you say, I'm right up front, and I got a fucking backpack with that blunt, so light it up without no fuss. Drop the hammer, ruckus bust, so it may rust, and that's a must. Just a tip and I might combust, I'm in disgust with loss of trust. Bugs and bugs drop tons of clubs, but it's a chin check, in effect, protect your neck or you get wet. Pop the ass onto the grass, no cess or fresh, I place your bet. Game point and set, smoke some bass out and I eat your flesh. Motherfucker step into me like they got a test. What? Hell nah, I ain't tripping. It's a Sunday and I'm sipping. Got some finger licking chicken and myself a Pepsi ribbon. I'm not the villain, I just pump my bongs so sick of songs I hear on the radio. It's nonsense all day long. Oh, I'm sorry you don't understand what I'm talking about. It's just a bunch of nonsense pouring out my mouth, but at least the beat is bumping and the bass is way up loud. Please feel free to diss about my nonsense and get down. Although the sound is rather catchy with that beat they got behind it, plus a dumbass vocal hook, so soon the radios are buying into nonsense. I call it no obedience at ease, but in reality they ain't saying shit, don't you see?
This is Mac Pachana here with HBox News, HTFU. We're here just talking about this fucker right in the pussy. Oh my god.
Well, if you want a bunch of nonsense, I can give you that, cause I got tons of